Hello, friends and enemies. Today I'll be trying out new makeup for you, and hopefully I will actually edit this video and you will see it. And you won't entirely just hear the fan in the background because it is so hot in my apartment. I live on the top floor, and so all the heat just rises up. And it's -6 out last I checked, so like I understand why people have their heat on. Anyways, today I'll be trying out the About Face foundation, and I got some more of the Colourpop Grinch collection. I say more because my sister did get me the palette, the Grinch palette for Christmas. It was one of, she asked me what brands I liked at Ulta, and she got me like one of every single brand, which was pretty cool. But anyways, I liked the Grinch palette so much, and Colourpop had a sale because Christmas is over, so I got a bunch of more Grinch stuff. But I'm most excited, I think, about the About Face foundation because I've been trying to find a good foundation pretty much since I started wearing makeup. And all affordable foundations have crappy undertones. They don't know what a cool tone is, and I always look orange and everything oxidizes. And I've heard really good things about the About Face foundation. I got the shade L1 Cool, and it looks cool. Like, it looks like it has a cool undertone. So I'm just hoping that once I actually get use out of this, it doesn't slowly oxidize in the bottle. So I did my normal skin prep, and I didn't put on a primer because I just don't really wear primer these days except in the summer when I wear like a grippy primer. I don't know how I feel about, I knew that the About Face had this like concealer style application, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. And it's kind of like this, let's just say the stopper is really doing its job. I also don't know how much I need to put on. So I did give my beauty blender, I mean this from, I don't know where I got this blender from. It's not actually a beauty blender. I did give it a little wash, but my mirror is over here. But this is looking decent so far, actually. I'm mostly interested to see the wear time because since I have oily skin, my T-zone, it tends to separate. But it's looking pretty good. I don't know if I should put on another layer or not. It's looking very skin-like, which is good. So I think I'm just gonna honestly leave it at that and put on some concealer under my under eyes because I also have a pimple right here. I see the light right outside the door. I hope Aaron doesn't come in while I'm filming. That'd be awkward. Anyways, the concealer I have is the Tarte C, which I got on sale when they decided to phase out the line. I do believe if something is not drugstore, you should not pay full price for it. Even drugstore, I'm debatable on paying full price for really anything. But yeah, that's base is looking decent so far. Gotta grab my liquid blush that I use all the time. I'm trying to keep mostly everything the same so I can test the foundation. This is Rare Beauty in the shade Hope. When I went to Sephora with Elise like 2 years ago and I bought this, I was actually looking for whatever the lighter shade was for this. And it wasn't in Sephora, but I'm actually glad I got this because this is like my favorite everyday blush shade. I'm going to use my setting spray, and then when I go in with the Grinch stuff. So in terms of the Grinch stuff, I've already used the palette a couple times. So for my eyes, I'm gonna try out these shadow sticks in the shade Who's Stockings and Whoville. And then I have some stuff for my lips. I have one of the lip kits. It's a liner and gloss. It's the pink one, not the red one, because I don't wear red lips that much anymore now that it's not 2016. And then 3 glosses that have real shade names. The Mean One, Sweet Little Tot, and Fake Reindeer. But I will probably be calling them Grinch, Cindy Lou Boo, and Max. Anyways, trying to figure out, what am I wearing today? I think with what I'm wearing today, I'm only going to be able to use the Who Stocking Shadow Stick because I have like a burgundy turtleneck. So, I've never used a shadow stick, to be honest. I also like can't really see what I'm doing because my glasses are off. And I know I have my camera right here, but if I wanted to see what I was doing, I'd have to go like that. So, this is pretty, but it's not as pigmented on my eyes as it was when I swatched it on my hands last night. However, it's very convenient because I could see myself using this for work a lot, or like for my work bag when I'm also dog sitting, and that way I have to pack less makeup in my bag. So it is very pretty. It's just not the pop of color I was hoping for. This was very pigmented, but again, it's not going to match what I'm wearing, so. Okay, usually my next step now would be to set with some setting powder. I've had these samples of the Huda Beauty setting powder for like a month now, and I'm still going through them. I'm using like every single shade that I can. So I've just been like shaking it onto my hand and making a mess over my vanity. I hate to say it, but this powder has actually been pretty decent, which is really sad because it's like $40, so I will never pay full price for it. But maybe if it was on sale. Apparently she's did something controversial lately with like Iran or something. I don't know. But since I have been like using this lately, I'm going to use this to test with my foundation because I know this performs well, which again is unfortunate because it's like $40. That looks very good. I think I'm also going to do the powder blush over my Rare Beauty. I don't always, but sometimes I do. I want to get the Rare Beauty powder blush in the same shade Hope to like set it, but oh well. Normally at this point, I think I would cut my lashes, one layer of mascara, do my eyebrows, another layer of mascara, finish off the eyebrows, another layer of mascara, then lips. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm supposed to get my period soon, so that's why I've been breaking out again. I mean, I know I'm always breaking out, but like, my skin started to clear up and then it came back, so. At this point, I think the only thing that would fix me is an Accutane. But I don't really feel like being on Accutane right now. Because I know it's like, kind of a pain, and then you're on it. It takes like, maybe like a few months to a year to work. But then I just don't want to have to deal with the purging for that long. Like, I really don't have a problem with my acne the way that other people seem to. Because, like, I've had it since I was 12 and I'll be 28 this year. Like, I just see it as part of me at this point. Like, sometimes I want to cover it up. Sometimes I don't really care. Usually I only care if it's, like, a bad breakout. But Or like I wanted to cover up this one near my eye because I'm like, if you look at my eyes, you're just gonna see that. But otherwise, I don't really care that much anymore. Oh, this was the Ulta mascara lengthening something. I don't know. It's worn off. I also have e.l.f. powder for eyebrows. This doesn't even exist anymore. I've had this for years, which is kind of crazy because I pretty much use this every time I do makeup. I do need to clean this though. My thing just said maximum recording time reached, which is crazy because I only recorded for like 12 minutes. I record on my phone and things better clip together. Sometimes they don't clip together because they're like different. Like one will be like 4K, one will be 8K, and they're like, we don't know what to do with that. I just do everything on my phone, so that's why. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with my second layer of mascara this time with CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume that I got from my sister. Usually I do a couple layers of mascara. It isn't always a different one, but because my other one is almost out, I opened up this one. Honestly, honestly, maximum recording time reached again. Did I like use up all the data on my phone? Because that's annoying if I did. Thanks. I'm gonna go straight into lips before that happens again. I don't wear lip liner very often, but we'll see what happens. This feels like I feel like I look like a clown. I figured out recently, I think I have like a double lip line or something. And that's why it's always been so hard for me to do lip liner. Because it's like, if I do it on like the outside. I do it on like the outside of the lip, like the very edge. But then it's like, that's not the pigmented part of my lip, so I just kind of look ridiculous. Whatever. Alright, I deleted Reddit, but I don't think that did that much, so I'm gonna try to finish this quickly. And then I think I'm going to use, but I will actually use the red lip gloss since I have the burgundy shirt. Oh, that's a little more red than I thought it would be. Alright, let me clean up my phone storage and my hair and my face and put on my outfit and stuff, and I'll come back when I'm done with that. Hi, it's the next day because my phone just kept running out of storage. Turns out I was filming the videos in 8K, which is so unnecessary because YouTube only goes up to 1280p, so that's unfortunate. And I was gonna take pictures, but I just had no storage. I had to delete so many apps and stuff. But I'm here to tell you that the foundation wore really well, actually. I'll have to test it a little bit more, and I'll be better at blending when I can actually see what I'm doing and get close to my mirror and stuff. The lip liner stayed well, but I'm not super into lip liner, and it's just really hard for me to do for some reason. The gloss bomb was pretty, but it didn't really have much color. The gloss was nice. And the eyeshadow stick, I was worried at first because it started to crease, in my literal crease. But other than that, it pretty much lasted the day. It just creased where it naturally would. So, yay foundation. Mostly yay for eyeshadow stick and gloss. TBD on the balm and the lip liner. They were good. They just weren't like the best thing ever. So, overall, everything turned out okay though, and it all wore well throughout the day. So, that was my review on the About Face foundation and some of the Grinch collection from Colourpop.